Good afternoon once again, everybody. On behalf of CueSports International, welcome once again. It's the U.S. Open 8-Ball Championship. We're coming to you live from the Predator Arena here at the Rio in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Ken Shuman along with Bobby Cotton here to take you through this match. And just want to quickly mention signature sponsors again while Maceo is racking the balls up. Predator is the official cue of the U.S. Opens. Kamui is the official tip, and Omega Billiard Supply is the official store. Also want to once again shout out to our associate sponsors, our gracious hosts for the last 3 years here, the Rio, Diamond Billiard Products, Simonis Cloth, Cyclop Pool Balls, the Magic Ball Rack, and Bad Boys Billiard Productions. Thanks to all those companies for supporting CSI events. So at the table, racking the balls right now, is Maceo Butts, and he is from St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands. First time I'll have had a chance to watch him play as you. So we'll see what happens here in a race to 9, and we'll tell you about his opponent when Jeremy gets to the table.
Good afternoon, Jay. It's good to be back with you today.
It's good to be back with you, Jay, since now we're both Jay.
Jay?
I'm Ken, remember?
Oh.
We've met a couple times.
Did I say
Yes,
Jay?
you did. But that's okay because you were supposed to.
You way better looking than Jay. I should have looked at you.
Oh, yeah, and smarter, too.
That's right.
But you were supposed to work with Jay, so I'll forgive you. But anyway, now at the table, Jeremy Sossei from Watertown, Connecticut, sponsored by Predator and Kamui, our two signature sponsors. So we're real proud to have Jeremy representing those great companies right here. And Jeremy played once this morning and defeated John Mora.
That's pretty strong.
Mm-hmm. Jeremy's a former Ocean State 9-ball champion.
This is a race to 10.
2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. 2, 4, 6, 8. No. When we know, we'll put it on the big board. You'll be able to see who the players are.
Okay, do you know when they'll be out?
I don't know. Sometime between now and 4 o'clock.
Okay, one more question.
Yes, sir.
Is Demonte in the tournament?
No, sir. He's not here.
Oh, you know he's here because I talked to him already.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
Oh.
That's what
Maybe he is in. I didn't know he was coming. I haven't seen him, so that was why I answered that
we
way.
were having dinner with him last night.
Oh.
I didn't ask him if he's in the tournament or not.
Oh. Well, it's good news. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. I have to correct something I said, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. I said Jeremy beat John Mora, and I had that completely backwards. Mora beat Jeremy. So this is a one-loss side match.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm about to say that's not that he can't beat John Mora, but you know.
Yeah, and I even had it written down in my book, but I read it wrong. But that's what happens when you wind up with no brain cells after 7 days. But I'm glad I have a team up here to keep me straight and honest. Bobby, our first 2 matches are unbelievable. The first match was
Rocket.
Scott Frost and Rodney Morris.
What happened there?
You won't believe it. Rodney won 9-0, and Rodney only had 9 innings. Every game that Rodney played was a 1-inning game. He either broke and ran, or if Scott broke dry or broke and missed, Rodney ran. He never made a mistake. He never fouled. He never got hooked. He never missed the ball. 9 innings, 9 games. Took 35 minutes.
That is really freaky. How could he possibly have done that?
Well, Scott gave him a little help, and Rodney played perfect.
Well.
And then in the second match, it was Torsten and Dennis Hatch. And Torsten went up like 7-1 before he closed it out at, I think, 9-3 or 9-4. And
Wow.
Torsten's on fire. I mean, I think he might have made one position error. And he was breaking like God. He did break dry once or twice.
Yeah. Somebody else told me that Scott lost 9-0. I said, no, what was it, a forfeit? I mean, how could he lose like 9-0?
No. Well, out of the 4 times Scott broke, he broke dry twice and scratched once. And the one time he did make a ball, then he made one more ball and missed.
Did he seem a little upset?
You know, kind of not really. He seemed resigned to his fate once it was like 4 or 5 to nothing. And he came down for the match and basically got here like 5 minutes before the match, took no warm-up. But I think he's been playing in the action room pretty heavily and probably had maybe some lingering effects from that.
Maybe Rodney's happy with the 7-footers now.
Yeah. All right, Jeremy right out of the gate on Maceo's break. And now an opportunity to stretch his lead by one more.
And this is 2 o'clock. What's the next match? When is it?
The next match is at 4, but the opponents are to be determined. Right now, Corey Dool is playing John Mora.
Okay.
That's a winner's match. And Mike Massey is playing Danny Olson. Those 2 winners will play here at 4 o'clock.
And I think Massey just lost.
Okay. And then at 6 o'clock, we know one of our players is Shane Van Boning. And he's going to play the winner of a match between Dennis Orcuyo and Virgil Bedwin.
Never heard of him.
I know Virgil. He's played many, many years here. He plays in Bar Table and in Reno. He's certainly not at Dennis's level. He's, a solid A- type player, B+, A- player. So you'd certainly expect Dennis to come through there, and that would set us up for Dennis and Shane at 6. And at 8, we don't know yet. Right in the drink. He drew it right in the pocket. And he exploded the balls, too. So Maceo has cue ball in hand anywhere. I think you might want to take the solids just because the 5 ball seems to be blocking the 8 from that pocket.
Shoot the 6 first.
Yeah, I think I would. I'd shoot the 6 in the side, take care of the 3-1, and then you can work your way down here. The 4 will connect you to the 5, and the 5 will connect you to the 8. Seems to be the obvious path.
I hope we don't shoot something, start all over. No, but I like what you're saying.
Yeah, it's, just all about really, you want to keep your cue ball movement, minimal. So especially in 8 ball, you kind of tend to work in sections of the table. So he's got 3 balls in the bottom half and the other 3 up top. Take care of these while you're down there and then work your way down here, and you won't have to have the cue ball running up and down the table and risking getting out of line or bumping a ball. Big bounce. Well, you
Yes.
got to go 5 first right now while you're there.
Better stop.
Can he hold it?
So, I don't think so, no.
Yeah, I don't think so either. He's too thin to try to run into the 12 and stop. He may have to come all the way around 3 rails. I think he can do that. And after the 3rd rail, just come out to the middle of the table. It may be a little testy with the corner pocket, but it looks like it's okay for 3 rails. May come right at the 4, though. Got to be careful. Uh-oh. Well, that's what getting out of line does to you on a 7-foot table.
You can rack these up.
Well, we'll have to wait to see what happens after he kicks this ball, if he happens to tie anything up. But I know if I'm Jeremy and I get ball in hand, I'm shooting at 13 first. Actually, I'm going to take that back. If I got ball in hand, I think I shoot the 10 in the left side and then the 13. Oh, if the 8 goes in, he loses the game. That's no rail. It should be ball in hand. He didn't get a rail, did he? He kicked it.
Yes, he hit it. He thinned it and hit a rail.
No, he thinned it and the cue ball hit the 8.
I thought he thinned it and came back this way.
Well, maybe I've just been watching pool too long this week, but I swear that's no rail.
I really think he did. I thought he hit it. I really did.
Well, after he hit the 4 ball, what hit a rail? He kicked 1 rail at the 4. Once he made contact with the 4, what got a rail, Bobby? Cue ball ran into the 8.
He hit the rail, then came back, hit the 4. He didn't hit the rail. He hit the rail, then came back, hit the 4 like that.
And then the cue ball hit the 8.
Right.
And the 8 didn't get a cushion, and neither did the
Right.
cue ball.
Right.
And I don't think Jeremy was paying attention.
It don't matter here.
It may not, but, you know, I've always said that the guy in the chair, if you don't watch the table, you know, it's kind of on you. I know a lot of players don't really like to watch their opponent. Me, I'm not taking my eyes off the table when I'm in my chair. I also find it kind of keeps me in the game, too, as opposed to, you know, just staring off into space or closing your eyes. Now, some people can do that and others don't. You lose. It's loss of game. Bobby, you know, I didn't like the pattern Jeremy played. First of all,
I would have rolled up on the 10 and hooked
absolutely. Well, either that or, first of all, his mistake was not knowing that he had ball in hand.
Yeah.
So he wound up starting with a shot that he didn't need to start with.
Yeah.
So pretty much made 2 big errors there, not paying attention and then maybe not playing the proper shot, or at least not the proper way. So nevertheless, it's 1-1 here. On TV table number 2, we've got Stan Tarango from Canada playing Hunter Lombardo. Stan is a 7-foot specialist and has been most of his life. Always does well at the Reno U.S. Bar Table Championship.
Yeah.
I know he's got at least one division win up there in Reno. See if I can find that and let everybody know. Yeah, he's the 2012 U.S. Bar Table 9-ball champion. He's from Vancouver, British Columbia, Stan T is. So here's Maceo in rack 3.
Wow, these balls all sit good. Look at this. I'm shooting the 7.
Front way. Turn to the front way.
Yeah, I like the 7 first. Depending on the angle, I might want to get the 1 next.
Right, that's what he should do. I don't think he might be past the line, though.
Yeah, he might be.
If that's the case, I'd shoot the 7-4, then the 1.
You can shoot the 1 right now too.
Which, if you're confident enough, that's the best shot.
It is,
And
because
then
if you
spin
don't
back.
get good on the 7, you've got the 3,
Yeah,
or
all
even the 4
yeah,
goes.
all
Right,
these balls, yeah.
right.
I would shoot the 1 here if I was confident if I was him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, if I was playing, I was just seeing what he was going to do. I'd for sure shoot the 1
I agree.
and just draw right back in that big
Yeah,
gap.
right in the middle. Well, he took a look at it.
Maybe he can get there like this. He's doing what I said. I don't. Yeah, this can get a little funny.
Well, I wouldn't save the 1 for last. That's for darn sure.
I might shoot the 2 next and then shoot the 1.
Yeah. And then the 3 will get you to the 6.
I'm definitely not shooting 3. He can't shoot the 3 here. He's got to shoot the 2.
No, he can't shoot the 3.
Gotta shoot the 2.
But he also wants to be well off the long rail. No, he's going to shoot the 6 now. He can't. He's going to have to.
Yeah, he's done made this kind of funny.
Well, again, not straight in on the 1. Otherwise, he's going to have to shoot the 3.
No,
See, the problem now is he needs to be straight on the 1 to come back for the 8, and it's hard to get straight in on the 1 because of all the traffic.
He can still make the 8 if he gets in between, in the center of the table.
Yeah. I understand, but you don't want that big of a cut if you don't have to. But if he shoots this cotton, he can't stop the cue ball because it'll be hooked on the 3. If he draws it back, he's got to get it back where it is now. If he goes forward, he can't go forward very much, or the 12 will get him. I think the safest thing to do is play the 3, go to the middle of the table for the 1 ball. This could backfire. Oh, he hit it good. Put a good center ball stroke on that ball. Split the cup. Nice job. High right here. Just don't go too far. Good speed. No, it's not. It's going to be okay.
Pretty fortunate there.
Yeah.
No, he's not straight in.
No. These are tricky when you're this close to the object ball. They're very hard to sight, especially when you're up against a black ball. You got, no reference points or anything, like if it was a stripe. Don't scratch off the 11. Hello, what did I say? Phew. He almost lost the game. But he got through him. It didn't have to be pretty. Looks like a run out on the score sheet. So 2-1 for Maceo here. And on table 2, Stan Tarango is 2 up over Hunter Lombardo. And Stan looks like he's about to go 3 up.
Can't believe Rodney beat Scott 9-0. It's pretty strong. Alternate the break 9-0. It's freaky.
Yeah, well, as we've seen all week, it only takes one mistake to cost you a game. And then if that's on your opponent's break and you break and run, it's 2 games. You do that twice, it's 4 games. And then the other guy breaks and runs on his break, and that's 9-0. Good break. Ball down. I like the solids, Bobby, because of the 14 ball near the deuce. Because the deuce will go in the lower right, I believe. And the 1 or the 4 can get you there. But what would be his opening shot on a solid? It looks like it would have to be the 1, and I'm not sure he's got the angle to get to the 2. Oh, he's got the 6 right next to the cue ball. I'm sorry, I didn't even see that. I mean, you've got 2 stripes back here behind the triangle, neither of which have a pocket. So I don't see any advantage to taking stripes.
I don't know what he's going to do. He's got the 3 and 6. He's only got that one pocket to really make those. That's kind of funky.
And he can't get on them here.
No.
He's actually got to maybe...
There we go.
Better, Steven? Okay. You know, maybe all he can do is shoot the 6 and come around the 9 and then play the 1 and either float down or take the 3-7 out next. This will be all right, depending on where he's going.
He might be shooting a 3 next.
Can he hold it?
I believe so, yeah.
No, he's going to shoot the 6, but now he can get on the 3 and the 7 because he's got the proper angle, and he's a little further away from the object ball. Just wondering what his plan is to get down here for the 2-4-5.
Yeah, he's got... You know what he might do? He might shoot this 3 and spin down here and get behind that 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you got to get the 7 out of there now too while you're there.
I was thinking.
I was thinking play the 3, bounce out, and get the angle where you're cutting the 7 to your left and come 1 rail across the table to play the 2. All right, now what? Well, if he gets there, he's got to play a combination, which will be okay. That 4 is pretty close to the hole. Nice. Good speed control.
Is he going forward, trying to hit this 14?
Well, I thought about that, but
you know what I mean?
yeah, I don't really like it because if you don't catch the 14 thin, the cue ball is going to just thud right there.
Well, I don't like him shooting the 5, trying to play position on the 5 after he makes it 4. I don't. This can get goofy.
Well, the only other thing is make the combination, stop, and bank the 2 ball. All right, now he can get on the deuce. I think it goes. He's looking at the 8 in the corner just in case he doesn't get good enough to play it in the side. The side is the preferred pocket. It's actually got both sides. Too far versus too short here. See, well, if he can hit the 14 heavy, he's okay. Yeah. Well, he navigated through it pretty well. You know, there were several ways to go about it, but he found the way to get the job done. Two.
Stan's fixing to be up 4-0 over there.
Well, you have to take the stripes because of the 1 ball. And you have to start with the combination 112. If you take solids, how do you make the 1 ball?
Bank it straight back down here.
Yeah, well.
Well, you asked.
Well, yeah. And you told me. But what you got to do here, too, is take the care to make sure the 1 at least leaves enough room for the 8 ball. See the 14, which is to the, or the 15, which is to the left of the cue ball, that'll go up there by the 4, and that will get him to the 13 on the short rail. So the 1 has to vacate the area here. Good job, Maceo. He saw it. Be careful. Be careful. Ooh, the 1 got in kind of a funky spot with those stripes around it. He's added a little bit of difficulty to this rack now just by putting the one ball where it was. If it was like near the spot, he'd have plenty of room to get in there for the 9, the 11, and eventually the 14.
Good shot. Look what he did here.
Now what?
Did he hook himself?
Well, he doesn't have a pocket for anything.
No, he hooked himself.
I don't think he can make the 9.
Mm-mm.
He called the 9. I wonder if he's going to play a twist shot or a carom off the 11, or both.
Kind of just trying to split them, it looks like.
Yeah. Well,
Actually turned out not too bad.
well,
It could have been worse.
Yeah, but it didn't. It didn't because he's opened up the pocket for the 5 ball to Jeremy's left, and Jeremy's got a big pocket up there to shoot the 2 ball in to get going.
Yeah, he's supposed to get out from here.
Yeah, just pocket speed here. Preferably not hit the 4, but hit it at pocket speed so the 4 doesn't run away, because that's going to be your next shot. Good speed. Now straight in on the 7. Should set him up beautifully. 1, stop, pull it back a little. 5 in the same pocket. 6, 8. Yeah, I like little right here, and he may go 2 rails at the 7. Either way is okay. That's too far. That's the wrong side of the ball. I think what you got to do here, if you can, is draw your rock, miss the 9, then shoot the 6 in the side, which will get you to the 1-5.
He might be shooting 6 in the same pocket as the 7.
Yeah.
If he draws it, yep. No, look at this.
Oh, he was able to come out by missing the 9. That was well done.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Six ball next now. Came too far for the 5. Well, Hunter Lombardo got on the board over there. Jeremy's going to go up 3-2. Hunter is now 4-1 down the stand, but it's Hunter's break, and here it's Jeremy's break. .87 players, I believe, was the count for the U.S. Open 8 ball. but a very, very strong field, as you could tell by the first couple of opening matches. I mean, you're not going to draw anything soft here early on, and then it's only going to get tougher and tougher. Excuse me.
Breaking them good. If the 4 goes,
Yeah, if it goes, it
you
looks.
can move in balls. You know,
Yeah,
go right in it.
I don't think it goes.
Yeah, it's a shame if it goes. He goes right to the 11. Splits some balls, and they're all hanging.
Well, he could take the stripes and eventually use either the 13 to open that 11 up. That's between the two solids in the kitchen. He may have to start with the 9 if he's going to do that.
Yeah, it's a shame he can't shoot the solids from here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, he can. He's got 3 solids he can shoot, but I don't think there's anything that's going to help him open that up unless he uses the 7, which is near the 10, to float down a little to shoot the 6, and then open the 5 that way. You know, he may not be able to do it right now in that order, and then he's still got to find a pocket for the 4 ball.
Yeah.
From this angle, it looks like it might squeeze by, but I don't think he can afford to do it now and hit it with enough force to open the balls
he's
up.
just about straight in.
Yeah.
He's only got like a third of a pocket. It's close.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hit too close. Yep, he's shooting a 9. I believe I'm going 2 rails and getting on that long rail over there. I would try to move that 11 now after the 13, wouldn't you, Ken? I wouldn't leave it.
No, you definitely want to get to it as quickly as you can.
I don't like this.
No, I would have wanted to be on this left long rail, like you said, and run into him. I think the only thing that might have prevented him from doing that, Bobby, is once he did it, he really didn't have an insurance ball. All he's got is those 2 stripes to the right of the 7.
Yeah, but there's no insurance ball anyway, anywhere.
Right. So and you got to break it out.
He might as well go now.
Good point.
Don't you think?
Yeah, good point.
I'd rather go now and maybe you might get lucky and fall on the 10 or 12 some kind of way.
Yeah.
You know, or if he shoots these off, it doesn't. If he don't move it off one of these 2 balls, he's in trouble. I don't know what he's doing. Unless he got way over there on the 10, shoot the 12 in and pop off on the 10 and get an angle to go into the long rail into the 11.
Yeah, I see that, but you got to load it up. You got to hit it hard.
Yeah, well,
and you got to hope it don't double kiss and stay there.
But at least if he does get it out, he's got the 13 for an insurance.
Well, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's
so you're saying play the 10 now, draw back, get your angle on the 12, and then go into the 11 with a high left ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, he might be doing that.
I think there's nothing else.
Yeah, you're right.
Just like that. Yeah. Just like that.
Yeah, you're right, Bobby. He's got to go now. But what do you want to hit?
He's going to hit it pretty hard.
You want to hit the 5?
I think I'd hit the 5.
You got to hit the 5, but you got to hit enough force that the 6 ball ain't going to just stop the 11 and not have a pocket.
It might go behind the 6.
Right, as long as it gets where it can be made.
You got to hit this pretty firm.
I think if you hit it firm, you can't get the right side of the 5 ball.
Top left, he's going. You better be going.
See, that worked out sort of.
Oh, I don't know if it's 11. It goes down here.
Lower left.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the only pocket I see, unless it's if it passes the 5 and we can't tell. But even if it does, it's
He got a little unlucky there for it, the 5 to stay there.
yeah, he did make a good shot. He hit it. He hit the
it
12 good. Yeah, he did
hit
hit the
right on the
12
money.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, he hit it right where he needed to hit it.
Yeah, but if you got to get underneath this to play it down here by
That's
the deuce
tough.
with the bridge.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time on this, you won't go far enough because you're too afraid of getting behind the 5.
I wish if I could see the right side of the 11, I'm like, can he shoot the 11 behind the 6? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Rail first into
Yeah.
the 6.
That looks good from here.
Maybe. Maybe it goes in the side. It must, or he'd never have played there if it don't go in the side.
Behind the 6 is a hanger. If he got anywhere on the side of that ball, he could hit it, right?
Maybe he couldn't get there.
Yeah.
Although it looked like he could.
It sure did.
Yeah.
I just think he overlooked it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can draw the ball into the rail and play position on the 8. He just overlooked it.
Yeah, well, if this doesn't go in the side, he's got, maybe he could bank it cross side.
And look, there's no way to miss it behind the 6.
Yeah, I can tell that now.
There's no way to miss it.
Mm-hmm.
It just spins right in there.
Yeah. Well, obviously he doesn't have the side pocket, or he'd already been down shooting. Because it'd just be a stop shot if he had the side. I think maybe cross side is the only possibility here.
He's going to have to go. He's got to go for the ball. Banking it
Oh,
inside.
yeah, he can't hide.
There's nowhere to duck here.
But I think you got to bank it cross. Yep. You'll have shape. It's pretty natural. No kiss here, I don't believe. Cue ball just pretty much straight up and down the center string. Although you got to be careful that don't run into the 8. It all depends on how you cue this, but I think you got to hit this with a high ball and almost lag speed, really. You don't want to fire this.
He's going to go into the middle of the rail. In the middle of the long rail, look.
I don't like playing it that way.
I'd hit a little bit of left, top left,
yeah.
just roll it. He's making this bank by twice as hard.
Sure. That was a hell of a shot.
And he's hooked.
But that was the risk of playing the cue ball that way. He might have this in the side.
It's close.
Tim, can we see if that'll go in the side? Can that left camera get us a shot? Thanks. Looks like it'll go in the side. He's looking at the corner, which plays easier, but I don't think he can get to it.
No, he's totally behind the ball.
Mm-hmm. And if he plays it in the side, he's got to do something with the cue ball to prevent the scratch in the upper left. Jump shot.
Well,
if he's jumping, he's playing it in the corner.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got to get this in the air in a hurry.
I don't like it. If I could shoot it inside, I would.
Yeah. I mean, he's only an inch and a half from the deuce. Really going to be hard to. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of the 2 to get over, So that's going to help him a little bit. But I still wouldn't be surprised if he clips the 2. Hit it good, but it's not going to do him any good. Maceo has to take advantage of this. A guy like Jeremy's not going to make too many unforced errors, and when he does, you best capitalize.
He should have shot the 7, then the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I agree.
Then the 4.
Yep, I agree.
I mean, the 3's easy to get on the 4.
Oh, he's struggling now.
I'm ducking.
Yeah,
I'm
just roll on to the 6.
Yeah, I'm rolling, just roll right. I would never try to make this.
I wouldn't either. No,
I
you can play safe 100 out of 100 here.
I was just rolling right on top.
I mean, he might make it, but nevertheless, if he misses it, he's going to lose the game.
Yeah,
it's a good shot.
Great shot from there.
This ain't easy either way. 3-6 or 6-3.
No, it's not.
The only thing is, if you shoot the 6, Bobby, I might go 4 rails, but then the side pocket comes big into play, the right-hand side.
I know, I don't like it anyway.
And if you shoot the 3, at best you can do is either stop there and take the cut, or you got to go over and back, and it means you got to power the ball. I wouldn't go 3 rails forward here, but looks like that's what he's doing. Boy, he hit it sweet.
Yeah, but that shot is...
But he still didn't get there.
Should have rolled up on that 6, jacked him up. He's behind the ball. Everything.
Yeah. I'd have made him kick.
Yeah.
See, now you're dead, because if you don't make this, you're going to lose the game. And he's banking it.
This might not even go.
It might double kiss too, or it's going to come into the long rail.
You got to stiff it up a lot. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he double kissed it almost. And now, unless it gets in the way, he's going to lose.
His pattern,
Yeah, I think his opening shot was where he went wrong.
Yeah.
He just didn't see the pattern the easy way. Well, that was Christmas come early there for Jeremy. After he hooked himself on the 8 ball and jumped it.
No kidding.
For Maceo to turn that back over, that's got to leave a mark. All right, they got a timeout there on the other table. As you can see, it's 4-3 for Stan. And he just took a break, so we're back here at 4-2. Jeremy with Maceo breaking. Coming up next, we will have the winner of the Corey Duel John Mora match, winner's side, which is playing now, versus the winner of the Mike Massey Danny Olson match, which we think may be over.
Yeah, Danny won.
Danny did win, okay. So we know we've got Danny, and he is a great young player. You'll enjoy watching him play, folks. He's also a really nice guy. See the gentleman in the upper left on the in the VIP seat? That's Ken Thomason. Used to own Hard Times in Bellflower, California. Great supporter of pool on the West Coast. Comes to Derby every year. Terrific fella. Thanks for being here, Ken. Dry. Well, the first thing is, what can he shoot? Excuse me. He can shoot that stripe in the upper left corner, excuse me, or he could shoot the 1 ball. So he could pick his groups. If we look at the 8, we see the 8 won't pass unless that 13's out of the way, which would make you think you want stripes. But I don't think he's worried because eventually he can play the 2 and probably move the 13. Can't do it now.
Shoot 4 next. He had no problem here.
Yeah, but if he shoots the 2 and doesn't move the 13, where's the 8 going to go?
Across the side.
What? It's going to hop over all those balls?
Well, they're going to be gone after.
Well, the 9 ain't going to be gone.
He'll move it when he shoots the 7.
Okay, maybe. If you say so. I ain't going to argue with you. I think he's going to try to get himself a little angle on the deuce here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Exactly.
This is so much more natural to play the 2, move the 13, and you got the 4 and the 5 for your insurance balls.
You don't want to move the 13 much either, like
No,
about a
just
ball.
3 or 4 inches.
Yeah.
Right. It's a little ticky.
Why is he drawing? Is he drawing the ball?
It's a stun. No, it's just a stun.
There we go.
Nice.
I might shoot the 5 here.
Well, I'm thinking of shooting the 7 in the side. If I have to move that 6, I don't know. I just don't know about the access to the 6
Yeah.
ball.
Hard to tell if it
Yeah.
goes anywhere.
Well, if it passed the 8 up here, it would be okay. I don't know if it does, but it looks real tight to get it into the side pocket. Because if he shoots the 5, the only thing he can shoot next is the 4.
Yeah, 6 is causing a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, it's awkward, you know.
Problem is, if he shoots a 7 and moves a 6 and don't get a shot on it, the 5 doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
You know, he's got to get a shot at the 6, unless he shoots it with top. Cue ball glance off the 9 and shoots a 5 over in the bottom right.
Could do that.
You know,
Could play the 5 in the side, roll forward, have a nice big angle on the 4, cut the 4 in, and go at the 9 ball.
my brain's swimming.
Yeah, welcome to 8 ball. Try it with straight pool. He's got to move the 6 to the cushion or towards it. Good job. That's real good feel, real good control there to know how hard to hit that, to move that ball.
If he has an
just
angle,
out
he's
in the
going
open.
3 rails. If he has an angle, or is he? I can't tell.
I think it's straight draw. I think he can cheat the pocket right about where his fingers are.
Yeah, just make sure he doesn't hit the 9. Yeah, he's all right.
Well, one more little obstacle here will be not having an angle on the 4 where the cue ball could hit the 13.
Look at this.
Jesus, that's
He's
2
trying-
games in a row he's done this.
You know what he should have done? He should have went to the long rail, short rail,
I like the short
center
rail
ball.
there.
You know, I mean, kind of and float right down into the rail.
Yeah. Or if he was doing what he was doing,
Draw back.
He had to draw it. Yeah.
He should have hit it. He just floated right down to the rail.
Yeah. Now he's got to play basically, I think, a 2-rail kick and try to make the ball. It's amazing how a routine out after you've already solved the problem goes astray on you.
He might miss this ball, the whole ball. So I saw that.
It looked like it. It looked like the way
that.
he was lined up.
Yeah, you
It
can see
looked
he's
short.
coming up short.
Yeah, unless he was going to back up the cue ball.
Yeah.
All right, Maceo shoot the 11.
Yeah, if he'd have drew his ball, you know what I mean, he would have shortened it up. But you can see he was coming way long, or I mean way short. This guy, he shoots some pretty goofy patterns. He might, you know, he don't tell him what might happen here. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I'd have shot the 11 next.
No, he started with the 11.
Oh, I mean, whatever that ball is, the 12.
Third.
The 12. He's all right. He's all right. He ain't messing around now. No,
this not this ball.
This is so.
Oh, 12, 14, 9.
Look, oh, yeah. He's got. Look at this. Now look at this.
Well, I guess it's all right, but.
He's all over the place. I don't even think he plays 8-ball. Really.
Well, maybe he does, and maybe this is the way he plays it.
He's shot that like the second ball.
It's like Jay's been saying for a couple of days about 8-ball. He says, Kenny, all I do is just try to make the balls.
Yeah.
I guess he'd be a good matchup for Jay.
Yeah, he shot the. That's pretty funny. He got out backward. He ran them balls a little goofy.
He did.
Shot that long shot and had to draw all the way back with, you know, not even know if you can control. Wow.
Yeah, but that's a major blunder for a player of Jeremy's caliber. I mean, you know, he's never supposed to get hooked like that.
Oh, no.
You know, those are things that you've got to recognize when you're playing. You know, what's the worst that can happen here? Or come too short. So let me make sure I err on the other side. And it's easy to say from up here. We know we've been doing it. You know, that's what we do as commentators. We second guess people that are better than we are. But that's what they're paying us for. But
you're getting paid to do this? I'm doing that.
Well, that they said they would. Now, I ain't seen no money yet. It's one of them checks in the mail deals. I thought you were paying them.
I am.
Oh.
Just for the privilege.
Uh-huh.
What's the score? 5-3.
Well, this ain't that easy for Hunter because if he plays the 6, he can't. If he draws it, he's into the 8. He may have to just stop there and play the 4. No, he could. Okay, he could miss the 8. Still got to shoot the 4 next. But we're back in our match. Jeremy 4-3 ahead and breaking. He would have been 5-2 ahead and breaking.
These balls, man, are breaking funky. Every rack, there's like clusters and clusters and clusters. These matches are going to take ever for like 3 hours.
Oh, no, don't go being so goddamn pessimistic, Cotton. You know, you say stuff like that and it happens. Cut it out.
Look how the balls keep breaking.
Well, these guys actually have broken pretty well. Maybe just the last couple of racks, but they were blasting them pretty good early on. And the first 2 matches, the breaks were great.
I can see how Scott lost 9-0 now. If the balls are breaking like this.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't the case, though, with Scott's break. It was just a couple of times he scratched, and one time he didn't have a shot, and one time he had only one tough shot, and he made it, and then didn't have a shot after that. Yeah, I'd love the stripes, but except for the 9 ball, because both the 11 and the 13 that are near the 8 have pockets. Yeah. But he's got to shoot the solids because he doesn't have anything else to really get going with here. And the 5-6-2 behind the 2 stripes near the spot all have pockets. So he's got to open the 3 right here.
What do you mind? Tell him it Dick's over there.
That's a good shot there by Jeremy, except now the 9 blocks the pocket for the 1. He might have to shoot the 1 right now, but then I don't think he can get on the 3.
Did they have pastries this morning down there?
Not by the time I got there, and I got there at 9:20.
I'm hooked on pastries now.
Yeah, I do like the stuff that they've brought us
Yeah.
when they've brought it.
Dick Clark's right next to that Cyclops ball on the end. Next to Cyclops ball. On the end.
Looks like Jeremy has to shoot the 1 ball here. He might be able to come across for a cut on the 3. Now he elected to come down here. That's not bad. The 8 still goes. Pretty sure the 2 goes. Pretty sure the 7 goes.
I believe the 7 goes and the 6 goes both.
Well, I'm not so sure about the 6 because it's going to. If when he plays the 7, he can't afford to move the 6, into the stripe.
I don't think, can he just draw straight back without hitting it?
I think he can here, but he's got to play the 7 next because the 7 blocks the 6. And then he's got to get down table for the red. Okay, well, that's the place to be. Right around the diamond where he's standing. Right where his hand is. That's the line for the 7 ball, or the 6 ball. Nice big angle.
There you go. 2 rails.
Yeah.
Forward. Got a huge
You know, I'm not so sure.
You got a huge gap.
Yeah, but he can also run. If he runs into something, he's dead. I almost like. Well, okay, he's going your way.
He's got to go forward. Go right in on the right side of the
I
12.
I like middle left here and go down the cushion, but he is going your way.
High right, just like this.
I was just concerned about if he runs into something or he gets too straight, because he's only got 1 hole for the 8. Now he's got to dig down with low right, come at the side pocket.
Nice shot.
This is a real professional out here, too, by Jeremy. He did not have an easy pattern. He had to open up a ball, stay on the right side of everything, and he's managed to do so. Good out. 5-3.
How long do you think those racks last? A couple of weeks, a week, a month?
Well, obviously it depends. I mean, if it's constant use.
Here, how much? Here, like 3 days?
Yeah, at least a day or 2. I mean, they haven't asked for a new one.
How much they
yesterday
cost?
Or today. Well, I think when you buy the package, you get a 8-ball, 9-ball, and a 10-ball rack in the same package, and I really don't know. Probably between $10 and $15.
Yeah.
But CSI is the North American distributor for the Magic Rack. So if anybody is interested for personal use or for maybe buy a bunch for your local pool room, just get in touch with CSI. Well, let's see if they can get a good spread this time. Last couple of racks have clustered up on us. That wasn't well hit. You could tell. I mean, he just drew the cue ball. There's no velocity to it, no force. Well, I got a real tricky shot here, Bobby. I'm going to look to see if that 8-14 is dead in the side. If it is, I'm going to play the billiard. 11 into the 8, cue ball off the 11 into the 8, make the stripe in the side. Because I'd like stripes. But that's the ball I got to move. Now,
Solids are sitting good. Shoots a 2 here, moves a 9.
Well, but you got the 6 on the left rail. Oh, you're saying move the 9 right now?
Yeah. If he shoots a 2, he's going
that's okay. That's okay, too.
Yeah. And the 5 and 6 is wired, and then it goes in the other pocket.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
I think I would take the solids here, but we'll know.
I think he is looking at that, and, I think your way might even be better. It's all a question of moving the 9, and looks like you'd have the 1 for the insurance ball if you run into the 6. Even that 7 goes over where the cue ball is.
He's doing what you said.
I like that. I would have maybe hit it a little softer to make sure I had a better angle on this, but I don't fault him for that. That was actually really good for him to see that shot.
Yeah, I'm surprised he even saw it.
Yeah. No, you were surprised I saw it.
I didn't want to say that. I'm surprised you saw it. No. No, you look at them clusters and all them shots, straight pool mind you have. I know all about it.
Yeah, he's playing safe here. And he fouled.
He didn't even hit the ball.
No. Now, what's the difference if he hit it into the rail, when it bounced out 3 inches?
Here's the difference. You see people playing one pocket and they try to barely get to the rail.
To take a foul?
No, to play safe. They're trying to get right to the rail. When it don't really matter if it comes off an inch.
Right.
And they don't hit the rail and they foul. And it wouldn't have mattered if it hit the rail and come out an inch.
It's going to be in the same place.
It's not like you're trying to freeze it behind something.
Right.
How many times have you seen that? Like, dude, just
Thousands.
go to make sure you just go to the rail.
That's right.
Like to be going down the end of the table. Like, leave them on the end rail.
Right.
And you don't quite get there.
So what?
Like, dude, get there and just bounce off. It's the same concept.
Right.
You know what I'm,
Sure.
I see it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I saw it with Scott and Alex playing a few times. It's funny. I might shoot
like
the 3.
Well, I like the 1 first and then the 3 because then I can shoot the 5 and the 6 in the other pocket.
Right.
Don't have to worry about a combination or anything, and then the 2 will get me down to the 4. Forward with left English here. Good boy. Don't go too far. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Now the 5-7, in the lower right after the 3. And the 2 carries it to the 4 ball. And then the 8 has all kinds of pockets. Don't overthink it now, Jeremy. You're in the right place.
You know what I would do?
That's too far.
If it was, it is. I couldn't see.
That's too far. Now he's going to have to move the 5.
How could he possibly do that?
I know. I'd rather come short on that because I could always get down for the 4 if I come too short, unless he can pinch it and miss the 5, but I don't really see how.
I tell you, boy.
Only other thing I see, and it's too dangerous, would be to play the 2 with right English and spin off the 10 to get back there. But then the 10's going to maybe block the 5-6, the 5-7.
You know what I would do? I would shoot the 6, go into 5 and hit it hard enough to draw against the rail.
And out.
And knock the 5 over to the rail. You know what I mean?
Yeah, rather than bunting it slow.
Yeah, just hit it hard and the 5 comes over there.
Yeah. I think that's not a bad choice.
You can shoot the 2 next.
It's not a bad
Maybe
choice.
you have all that bunting around. Sometimes you got to let your stroke out. Sometimes playing this game, you can't just keep trying to roll the ball an inch. Shoot the 6, graze the 5. You're going to draw it back into the diamond damn near, and you might shoot the 4 next. You know what I mean? Got to hit this ball medium. Medium speed is the best way.
Well, he could avoid it.
He's playing the deuce. Well, it turned out all right.
It did turn out all right.
He got good. We couldn't even tell he could get on the deuce from there.
Right,
you know,
we couldn't.
Couldn't tell the angle. But that was a nice shot he made.
Yeah, well, that wasn't. I don't know why he came that far.
It's not too tough. You're going to come in short here and go to the end rail?
I would.
I'd hit it medium. It's right.
I'd definitely go 3 rails short here.
Just like that.
Yes, sir.
Nice shot. Perfect.
Yeah, that's a very handy shot to have. A lot of people don't use it enough.
When the cue ball contacts that third rail, it just floats.
Right. You just got to make sure you don't go too deep because then it's going to slide into the object ball sometimes.
Yeah, it just floated right down there. Hit it good.
Well, he certainly is taking advantage of the mistakes that Maceo has made, especially in that rack where Maceo didn't even get the cue ball to the object ball to get it to the rail, and it was only 3 inches away. So now it's 6-3 for Jeremy, and he's breaking. And back over here, you see Stan Tarango at the table, 5-5 with Hunter Lombardo. Excuse me.
This guy's had that ponytail forever. Hadn't he?
As long as I've known him. It's actually, he cut a bunch of it off about 5 years ago, and he just didn't look the same. And
is he an Indian?
Yeah, he's a
American.
He's a Native American. I do not know the tribe. I asked him once years ago, I forget, but he's definitely Native American. His real name is Joseph Stan Tarango, and he's been going by Stan. One time I did a tournament, and I didn't do the draw. When I saw the float chart, I saw this guy Joseph Tarango.
He's Aldo's brother.
I didn't know who the hell it was, and I saw him there, and I said, Stan, why aren't you in the tournament?
Now he's got to get a no cluster break here. That's nice. Look at the stripes. This is goofy. Another tough situation with the 14 down there, and you know.
Yeah, a little bit, but he don't have a great solid to start with, so he's probably going to have to shoot the 13 in the side and take the stripes.
Whoa!
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry.
Unless he can shoot the 10 and bump the 14.
Well, I thought of that, but I wouldn't want to bump the 14 to where it's even in a worse position. What I was more thinking, I wouldn't do it now, but I might shoot the 13 in the side, go to the middle of the table, and then maybe play the 10 and bump. Why would you shoot solids? Let's see. How about the 2-4? They don't look real appetizing.
But then he can shoot the 5 down there and bumping them, you know.
Yeah. Well, if he gets behind the 2-4, they both have the pocket up here. Is he going into the 4 or is he going between the stripes?
Can't tell from here.
Well, the 4 will go now. So we're going to have to play the 1. I don't think I'd go to the 5, but he might. That's why.
I think he can make it.
Yeah, if he can, he's pretty fortunate. He can't make it.
Getting harder and harder.
Yeah, he's got to be careful now when he shoots the 4 that the stripes don't get in his way of shooting the 5 next. Don't think he can do anything with the 2 yet. Unless the 2 passes and he's going to draw out for it. Doesn't look like it does. Okay. Very nicely done by Jeremy Sossei for a 7-3 lead here in the first day of the U.S. Open 8-Ball Championships, live from the Predator Arena at the Rio Hotel in Las Vegas. Ken Shuman in here for CSI along with Bobby Cotton LeBlanc. And we're going to take you, at least Bobby and I are, right up through our 4 p.m. match, and then Toupee Jay is going to come back in at 6 and join Bobby for the evening session. And we know we're going to have a world-class match we expect at 6 o'clock. It's not assured yet. We definitely have Shane Van Boning at 6 o'clock, winner's side. And his opponent will be either Dennis Urcullo or Virgil Bedwin. odds-on favorite for that match, of course, is Dennis. I'm not saying it's automatic, but we're certainly anticipating a Dennis Shane match at 6 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, we've got Danny Olson playing either Corey Deuel or John Mora. They're playing right now, and the winner will come here at 4. Don't know our 8 o'clock match yet. Maceo butts breaking down 7-3.
He's breaking them just weak. He's just barely hitting the balls.
Yeah, it almost seems like there's like no follow through on his break.
Why he's not crashing?
Yeah,
He's big enough.
He's a big, strong man, sure. I sort of like the stripes here.
Everything's a mess.
Yeah. The only bad stripe's the 10 ball. And that little combination there, 15-12, can get you to the 10 in the other pocket.
Can he shoot the 11 here?
I think he can, and it won't matter because if he grazes the 3, it don't matter. They're all legal object balls right at this point because the groups aren't established. Maybe he can go forward enough to actually just shoot the 12 and then use the 15 to get on the 10. I don't know if he came far enough to play the combination. He's looking at it. It's very tight. I'm looking right down the line. I think it'll go. And if he holds the cue ball right there, then he clears the 10. Good job. That might have just unlocked the door for this one. If he eventually plays an 11-9 in the side, he's got to be very, very precise with where the 11 ball goes. It needs to sit right in front of the hole because those would be his last 2 balls. And that's pretty risky sometimes to save that for the end.
He should have. 11 goes in the corner. He should have just figured out some way to shoot the 11 in the corner.
Yeah, I agree. He can
Forget
actually
that combination.
Yeah, he can actually do that. He can play the 14 now, come down for the 15 in the same pocket, and then slide straight up at the 11. I think that's what he's doing. No, he went for the 11
That's
there,
what I would
Bobby.
do.
Well, that's okay, except he's going to have to play the 9 next.
That's
and
all right.
that's
Just
all right.
spin down
And
the
yeah,
rim.
and that's fine. Yeah, absolutely. No, good pattern. Good pattern. Watch it.
Stuttered that one in.
Jim Weiss used to say on a shot like that, it wiped its feet before it went in the
Yeah.
door. Yeah, right. Or uh-oh. He didn't want to hit that one. Oh, he's all right. He's got plenty of room. But got to come straight out up at the 8 for the 8 in the corner, just the way he played the 11 ball. Well, maybe it goes in the side. It's hard to tell. But evidently it does.
Ball took a little hop and hit that spot.
Uh-huh. No, he's playing it in the corner. And to the hill he is. 8-3 for Jeremy, breaking for the match. On our second TV table, Stan T over Hunter Lombardo, 6-5 with Hunter about to break. And we're going to get a look at Hunter's break shot here. There he is, Hunter Lombardo. One of the game's really fine young gentlemen. And he's not afraid to screw it together with anybody. Hunter's gone to the Philippines a few times and just spent months over there toning his game. He is one of the few Americans that will go internationally. But that break's not going to help him. All the stripes up here on the one side and all the solids down the other there. Team play began today too here at the 39th BCA Pool League National Championships, and the room is just jam-packed, as all the 3 ballrooms are. And we're expecting to bring you some of the team play on Saturday. The U.S. Open 8-ball will conclude Friday night, so we're anticipating bringing you some BCA Pool League team action Saturday, and hopefully being able to bring you the finals too, depending on time constraints. Well, that was about the last thing he needed to do there, was scratch.
He's on the hill, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think he's sitting over there worried too much, but you would have liked to have closed it out. You know, the fewer games you play, the more brain cells you may preserve for the future. This is going to be a long 3 days for these guys. And especially the fact that Jeremy is already on the B side because he lost his first match.
I think I'd shoot the 4 here.
Yep, I think you called it, Bobby.
What I would do?
4-1.
Mm-hmm.
4-1, 6. And then you could go 3-7-5-2.
Yep.
Oh, this is not.
It's the wrong shot.
Yeah.
Well, I
See,
can't say it's a wrong
yeah,
shot.
but it's making you bring your cue ball back down the other end of the table at some point in the rack. Now, you know, what?
It can still turn out okay, but.
Well, maybe. But, you know, we're unfamiliar with this gentleman. And everybody sees the table differently. He might have seen this as a road map. He may very well get out and won't matter what we thought.
Mm-mm. He ain't wasting no time.
Be careful. Be careful. Two rails to the center.
No, he's going to shoot easy.
Okay. Did he shoot it hard enough? No.
I'm telling you, he's all over the place. He shot.
Well, the pattern was very strange.
Yeah.
Very, very strange pattern. I mean, with the opening shot was in my opinion, the wrong shot.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, the 4 and them couple in the kitchen, and then everything else is up here.
Poor guy. I feel bad for
I
him.
do feel bad for him, too, because you know what? He's not a bad player. We've seen him make some nice shots and play some nice position. But, you know, maybe he's never had a lot of experience under the TV lights with cameras and still has a little nerves. Well, you know, after Jeremy scratched on the break with that layout, I'm sure he did not expect another turn at the table. But I think Maceo can start to think about packing his case up.
Yeah.
I think you got to come back here and take the 9-10 next.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because look where the 8 is. It don't matter kind of how you get on the last 2 down there.
Yeah, from there it don't matter. Just go toward the balls.
Right. Tim, do we know if we have an opponent for Danny Olson yet? Okay. Okay, we do have our 4 o'clock match for you. It's going to be John Mora against Danny Olson. That means John Mora beat Corey Duell. That was a winner's side match. Jeremy is about to put the cap on this match with a 9-3 victory over Maceo Butts. And a very nice performance there for Jeremy Sossei. So we'll see. Maybe we can get the camera for the rest of the other match until post time here in about 25 minutes. And it's going to be John Mora and Danny Olson. In the meantime, Ken and Bobby, we're going to sign off temporarily, and maybe we'll let you watch Stan and Hunter finish up.